Hey yo, you might want to subscribe to this page, man, because we doing some good work out here and we being appreciated out there. You heard, we got major entities and superstars and things like that reaching out each and every day, showing that love. You heard, ain't nothing better in the world than actually being appreciated. Make sure y'all follow the bro on Instagram and tell him LAZ sent you. Z-Man Suicide Polo with the Ski Man sent you. And that's a fact. Brooklyn, we in the building. You understand what I'm saying? We moving out here, man. Shout out to everybody watching the channel. Everybody subscribe to the channel, man. I mean, it's beautiful. Make sure y'all check that story of Pottersfield. That's out now, episode 1. You feel me? I'm about to film episode 2 probably tonight. You heard? It's ugly. Don't sleep on this joint right here because it's ugly. But yeah, man, we moving out here, Gem Pop. We doing big things, you feel what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm excited, super excited, because we dropping our first Cali episode right now. And it's going to be flames, you heard? Our first Cali episode, know what I mean? We on the west with it today, you heard? West side. Let's get it.
Cheese, you know what I mean? He wanted peanut butter and jelly. I said, fuck you on that peanut butter and jelly. I'm giving you this bologna and cheese, and we had to get it up. You know what I'm saying? At that point, it was get it how you live type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So my first fight was over a bologna, over a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Wait, so, you said this is in San Diego?
No, look, this is the detention, the actual prison is in Kern County. It's called Wasco State Prison. That's Wasco State Prison, and I was just gonna break it down from leaving the county because I was gonna give everybody, like, you know, the details of catching the chain, that 8-hour bus ride up there.
All right, now we rolling already. So you said this was your first real fight in state prison in California?
Yeah, this was my first real fight in state prison in California, man. And I'm gonna break it down like this. I'm gonna start at, you know, I gotta really give everybody the meat and potatoes behind everything that we go through out here. So I'm gonna break it down from leaving the county jail. You know what I'm saying? Describe how, you know, break it down how it was catching that chain, man. Catching that chain was terrible, man. You know, so this is coming from, like I said, this is coming from Marietta Detention Center, or Wasco, or not Wasco. This is Southwest Detention Center, right, in Marietta, California. That's the county jail that I left from going upstate to Wasco State Prison. So initially, they popped my cell or whatever at 3 o'clock in the morning at the jail, right? Boom. Get my little bag lunch or whatever, they call me downstairs to catch a chain to go to state prison, man. I didn't know really what to think about the state penitentiary, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially you hear all
what they mean. What's that? What they mean when they say that? A chain? That's the bus?
Yeah, the chain is the bus. The chain is they call it the Gray Goose, but the chain is the bus that transports you from the county jail upstate. So it's a long bus ride. It's a certain bus they use. They use this big, gray, ugly bus. Stink like shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's equipped for the guards, you know, to have guns and everything to be able to ride with you all the way upstate to where they drop you off at a reception center, which is R&R, whatever reception you hit. There's a couple different reception centers they have. Sometimes they might be running like Delano and Wasco, or like certain ones in Kern County, different counties, just depending on what county you caught the actual state prison bus to the prison from. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So you get up in there or whatever, you know what I mean? I walked up in there, and like I said, I don't know nothing about prison, bro. You know what I'm saying? I never went to county. I caught all this time. I knew that I was going to have to survive this bid. I didn't know how I was going to survive this bid.
What you know what I'm saying? You was out on bail fighting your case?
I was actually, my bail was $1 million. So I couldn't bail out. I was in county jail fighting my case. So I fought my case in county jail for 11 months. And then I took a plea deal. So my plea deal was 6 years, 8 months with 85% and 1 strike. So I had to go upstate to do that time. They're not gonna let me do that time in county jail. You get what I'm saying? So within after I took my plea deal, within a couple of days or so, you know, you do all your last little shit or whatever in court, and then they send you upstate. You know what I'm saying? So I went upstate or whatever after I did that 11 months. You know, by the way, I was fighting a life sentence for that 11 months before the DA actually came with a deal. So I went upstate to do that 6-year bid, that 6-year, 8-month bid. 6-year, 8-month bid. So I get up to Wasco State Penitentiary, which is the reception center, right? And I walked through. Like I said, I didn't know what to expect about prison, man. Like you hear so many different stories about prison, and I knew that I was gonna have to be in here for a minute, man. I didn't know how. I knew it's only the strong survive at the end of the day, and I knew that I can get through county. My county bid, it was long, but to me it was nothing because it's not the same type of politics, not the same type of action that you get when you up on them prison yards. You know what I'm saying? When you in that cell one on one with your cellie, he tripping or whatever the case may be. When them race riots go off, it's not the same type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like in county, they don't got real guns like that. But in prison, they shooting at you with live ammunition, bro. They got mini 14s up there, with live bullets and block guns. They shooting from them towers, bro. They dumping it to kill you. So that's a whole different type of beast. So I walk through R&R, they do that embarrassing ass search, they get you butt ass naked, everything, have you squat, cough, lift your nut sagging, ass, whatever, all that, which is just terrible because you're in front of a bunch of not only inmates, other men, you feel me, but you're in front of a bunch of staff, and this is women and police is women and different things like that. So they just embarrass you in front of the whole office and everything, right? So at this point, man, I'm so tired from that bus ride. Come on, man, it's an 8-hour bus ride on bullshit ass bus all the way from down south, Southern California to Northern California. You know what I mean? So I'm tired, I'm exhausted, everybody's exhausted. So we get off the bus or whatever, you go through the search, you go through your medical. They got to medically make sure you're okay before they can actually house you and classify you, whatever. But then they classify you based upon a point system, bro. I don't know if you ever spoke to anybody or if you guys if New York got a point system out there or anything like that, but we got a point system out here. And based upon the point system out here in California, you know what I'm saying, you go to a 4-yard, a 3-yard, a 2-yard, or a 1-yard, right? Or you can go to a fire camp or a camp or whatever the case may be if your points is low. So you got people coming to this reception center, right? Everybody got different charges. Some people got low points, some people got high points. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they classify me or whatever. I just missed the mark, brother, just missed the mark for a 3-yard, you feel me? So they classified me with level 2 points and everything, and they had just shifted the point system from basically making higher points, lower levels and shit like that to basically give like a more of a cushion. So many people weren't going to them 4s and them 3s, you feel me? So I ended up going to a 2. So basically a 2 there is a dorm. It's dorm living. But you got to remember, the reason why I brought up county jail, I just did 11 months in a cell. So to go from a cell to a dorm, man, that shook me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it shook me walking through them doors, and I seen just a gang of different people out there wilding out. Everybody, you got card games going on. You got people washing clothes. You got food being cooked. You know what I'm saying? You got all different types of things going on. And in reception, it's a blackout period. So, but what I mean by a blackout period is this. A blackout period is like, ain't no phones, and it's only mail. You only get yard once a week. You get what I'm saying? So, basically, you inside that dorm, all day, every day, writing letters, you know what I'm saying, reading books, different things like that. So, that blackout period, and being pent up like that with so many people, also being in a very racially segregated environment, also with gang violence thrown into that, it makes it to where everybody's tense. Everybody, everybody's tense. So they called, reception basically the Thunderdome for the most part. Reception was where everybody got them up at, no matter what hood you was from. So you got the blacks on one side, because the reception is broken into 3 sides. So I walk in there, I see all 3 sides. You got the blacks on one side, A side, you can say. You got the Mexicans on one side, B side, you can say. And on C side, you got the white boys, right? So with the blacks, you got different gangs. So you got Crip gangs, blood gangs, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And then you got, with the Mexicans, you got, the Bulldogs, the Serenos, Norteños, they're all right there, whatever. Even though, they enemies and shit like that, but once you hit that pin, a lot of the times, you feel me, it's all about race. It don't really have nothing to do with the gang shit like that, unless it's like a in-house type of beef. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's more or less just straight up, racial vibes. You know what I'm saying? Racial shit is popping. It's not even on no gang shit really. So I walk up in there, of course, blacks greet me, the brothers greet me. Oh, what's going on? Where you from, bro? Oh, I'm from Peru. Okay, cool. Well, you just go up there. One of your homies is over here. That's what people start doing initially, because they point you out to your homies that's from your hood, because your homies is initially supposed to take care of you with like care packages and shit. So some people come in there with like indigent that don't have nothing. They don't got no food. They don't got no soap to wash their ass. They don't got none of that. You feel me? So what the homies would do from your hood, they'll break you off a package or whatever, make sure you straight or whatever the case, and give you the rundown of the pod or the dorm that you in and what's popping. You know, the politics, certain things that's going on. You get what I'm saying? So me being fresh in, me not having no real knowledge of nothing, I had to get all the way laced up when it came to, you know, hey man, there ain't no phones. There is a blackout period. Hey brother, the canteen, you just missed canteen. You feel me? Canteen draws is this day, and this day, according to your last two numbers of your CDCR number. They give you a CDCR number. You know, you get a number when you go to the pen. So according to your last two numbers of your number, or your last two numbers of your actual whole number, they that's when you can go to canteen and go shop and get food and stuff from the store or whatever. You know, and until then, you know, you can't go and eat or none of that. You got to just basically rock it out on state food or whatever the case may be, unless your homies is taking care of you or something. You got somebody, you know, looking out for you, whatever. So I get up in there, man, I'm looking at people in the environment. I see how segregated it was. I go up there, speak to my partners and everything like that, you know. And my boy told me right when I got in, he said, hey, homie, you know one of these niggas gonna try you, right? I said, what you mean, bro? He's like, nah, bro, trust me. He's like, hey, it's Thunderdome time, bro. You know what it is. We up in here shooting days. He's like, one of these niggas gonna try you, bro. So at that point in my mind, right, I had already initially told myself, I'm setting the demo and I'm trying one of these niggas. You feel me? Because I'm gonna let it be known, nigga, I'm not that nigga that you can think you can just try. Because I'm not it's my first time in, or a lot of my homies from my actual hood ain't up in here, or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying? So at that point on, it was already on and cracking in my mind. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a situation, right? Or take any situation I get put in and capitalize on it to be able to set a demo. So that way motherfuckers don't play with me going ahead or going backwards. Because one thing about prison politics, Laz, I don't know if you know about this, brother, but out here, that shit follow you from penitentiary to penitentiary. So, you know, you go to reception, which is considered a penitentiary, it's gonna follow you from there to whatever penitentiary you land in. And plus you might be in the same reception center as a nigga that seen you get marked out, and he gonna tell every single person on that yard that you got marked out in that reception center and it's over with. You feel me? So it's best to just go ahead and lay your demo down. Really, any yard you hit, it's best to just go ahead and lay it all the way down and get it all the way live. That way niggas don't continue to check you. If niggas check you, or if you just don't want nobody to fuck with you, period, just go ahead and lay it down. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. I laid mine down off the rip. So, you know, that next morning, you know, after peeping game and seeing the environment, you know, getting up in there, you know what I'm saying? Actually, you know, sleeping, I was tired, bro, after that ride and everything, you know what I mean? Get some food in me, whatever. I wake up, like I said, it's nothing to do. Niggas is bored. You know what I'm saying? There's no TVs really. You know, you got one TV in the day room. There's no phones, really no yard. So people shooting, they playing cards. You know what I'm saying? People was gambling and shit. And most stuff, like most real life action, I'm gonna tell you this too off rip, like most real life action in the penitentiary, you know, is over gambling or over some type of debt or drug debt or something like that. Most fights and stabbings and shit like that is over, you know, drug debts, gambling, you know, and disrespect for the most part. You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to. You know, it's over gang shit too, but it just depends. Like I said, it's more or less over those what I mentioned. So, you know, I didn't do drugs or nothing like that and indulge. So I'm like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go play some cards. And I didn't even know how to play cards, you feel me? I asked my boy from the hood, I'm gonna just call him T, my boy T from the hood. I asked him, hey bro, show me how to play like some poker or something. Like, show me how to play. That way I can kind of get a feel for playing and shit like that. So that way I can go get some money, because canteen ain't draw. Like you said, I miss canteen draw. So I need some food and shit. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to eat while I'm up in here. I'm gonna go scrape them or whatever. You know, just show me how to play real quick. If I lose, I lose, bro. Like, it's cool. So he showed me how to play, gave me a little crash course or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up going downstairs, you know, and playing on the poker table, you know, with all the brothers and shit. I ended up winning a couple games. I won like, man, let me think. I won like maybe like 3 or 4 hands, right? I won like 3 or 4 hands. But there was one dude, bro, like, I'm winning and shit, but he getting mad. Like, it's crazy because certain people are poor sports. Like, even in the penitentiary, niggas get mad. They get their ass on their shoulder. They get all flared up now. They stomping and rapping and raging and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in their face. You know, he grilling me, really, really grilling me, right? Over these card games and this stupid ass box lunches because we wager in lunches. You get a box lunch there. So a box lunch is just basically bread and peanut butter and jelly, some cookies, you know what I'm saying, and some crackers or whatever, right? And a juice. That's what you get. And a bag lunch is bullshit though. A bag lunch is straight garbage, bro. It's fucking bologna and 2 pieces of bread, and that's really it, and some graham crackers, bro. Like, you don't get none of, you know what I mean? So nobody was really fucking with them bag lunches like how they was fucking with them box lunches. But we was basically wagering that because nobody really had canteen at this time. You get what I'm saying? So we basically rocking like that, like shit. And I'm over here sitting at the table like I'm finna eat regardless, right? I'm finna get them, right? So I'm winning this shit by the luck, bro. I won a couple hands or whatever. But on this last hand, you know, he go in, I go in, boom, right? And I lose, bro. I lose. So I'm like, he go, hey, bro, you gonna pay me? I'm like, yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Trip. I'm gonna give you a box lunch for me later on in the day. So this was my chance and my opportunity to capitalize on that demo, homie, because, bro, you was looking at me crazy the whole card game anyway. And on top of that, you feel me? I'm gonna let all these other motherfuckers up in here know what it is not to fuck with me, period. You feel me? So what I did is I told him, like, nah, bro, fuck you and that box lunch, bro. I'm giving you a bag lunch, bro. When I seen him later on that night, he's like, what? You just gonna do me like that? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do you like that, bro. I'm not even finna even go into all the extras with you, bro. Like, I'm not. You know, it's either you gonna take this bag lunch or we gonna get him up and we gonna get it how you live, bro. And then, you know, we just do it like that. And this is another brother, so certain things came into play with this. It's like with other brothers and shit in the pen, bro. You know, you don't snake other brothers. I don't know how it is out there, but you don't snake. You don't just steal on them. Boom. You give other brothers fair ones and shit like that, especially if it's a personal beef or vendetta between y'all, because you don't want to get you don't want to get hood politics involved in that. You get what I'm saying? Because that can cause and stir up a whole bunch of shit. And with me and him being from 2 different hoods, that's exactly what it was going to do. It was going to stir up and cause a whole bunch of shit. And I personally really wasn't ready to go down that road, bro. You know what I'm saying? And neither was my homie. So I was like, you know what I'm finna do? I'm finna just catch this fade one-on-one, lay my demo down, you feel me? Let niggas know what it is. And that way everybody fall back. It is cool. It ain't gonna cause no riots. Ain't nobody gonna get poked up or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna jump into nothing. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be a straight up one-on-one fade. You feel me? Straight up. So after I told him that or whatever, he's like, all right, for sure, we line it up. So, bro, in receptionists like this, you do a mandatory 3 to 6 months. People in there is not trying to get caught for no fight to get an extra 90 days in there. People is not trying to get caught for no nothing, right? So a lot of times what people do, they wait till the CO go into the office, because he go to the office, he go to sleep or whatever at nighttime, your night CO, they go to sleep and you get him up, you know what I'm saying? And you get him up under the cover of night before he do his walk or before he come out after you hear all the noise, a commotion, to be able to hit that alarm. And then, then it's all bad at that point. They coming through checking knuckles, they got you stripped by the end of your bed and everything, checking everything to make sure, like, to see who did it, because ain't nobody finna say nothing. They going off for evidence and shit like that. You know what I mean? So what happened was, cool, we gonna get him up at nighttime, bro. When the CO go to the office, he do his last walk, we getting him up, right? So everybody knew about this or whatever, but I went to the sideline and I told one of my partners, actually one of my crib partners from Hoover, I told him, I'm like, look, bro, I ain't gonna throw no names out there, but I'm like, look, bro, make sure ain't nobody jump in, bro, and this shit don't become an extra ordeal or bigger than what it's supposed to be, because I'm a Paru nigga, I'm fighting this Crip nigga, but it's not even on no gang shit. This is about some ghetto type shit and just what it is, right? So I let him know, like, you know what I mean, basically what was gonna go down. So cool. I let him know what's gonna go down or whatever the case. He's like, yeah, Marshall, I got you, no trip. I'm gonna make sure ain't nobody, I'm gonna regulate, you know what I mean? Make sure ain't nobody come up in here with no nothing, no burners, ain't nobody jumping in, ain't nobody packing you out, ain't nobody doing none of that, you feel me? Y'all can get a fair one in, you know what I mean? And after that, it can be squashed and settled, you feel me? And that's over with at that point, you feel me? No gang shit, no nothing involved, you feel me? I'm like, all right, cool. So he tell all the Crip niggas this shit, you feel me? I tell all my homies this shit so nobody get the wrong idea. You get what I'm saying? Nobody come through on no bullshit or whatever, that this was a personal beef that me and him had or whatever the case. But like I said, I'm doing it to set a demo down for these niggas, like I told you, so motherfuckers know not to try me again, whether it's going forward or not. You feel me? Like this, that way niggas don't get the wrong impression of who the fuck I really am. You feel me? So we end up going to the bathroom at nighttime or whatever, bro. The bathroom is a small, like I said, it's a dorm, right? So I'm in a dorm. You got 3 sides to this dorm. You got maybe 500 people in the dorm in one side to the dorm and 500 people on the other side of the dorm, right? But there's a door in the middle, so it's A side and B side, they close, right? So upstairs you got 2 bathrooms, one in the left corner, one in the right corner, with a little, like, kind of like an aisleway, you feel me? kind of like a little aisleway next to it in the sink. You feel me? And on the bottom, you got the showers. You feel me? And then other two bathrooms on the bottom corners, right? So we get him up in the top left corner bathroom. These bathrooms, by the way, is small. Dude, bro, dude ain't no little dude. Dude is like 6'2". I'm a little dude. Dude is like 6'2", 200 pounds, right? At this time, bro, I'm 22, 23 years old. I'm only 5'7". I'm like 160 pounds. You feel me? So I'm like, shit, man. I don't even care. It is what it is at this point. You feel me? Because the bigger nigga you knock out, the niggas really know, you know what I mean, what it is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so I ain't scared of none of you niggas from the smallest to the biggest. That's how I see it, and that's how I ran my time, regardless. So we get him up, right? We thumping and shit, right? I told my boy, he came over there before we get him up. We thumping, boom, 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 boom. The whole dorm wake up, bro, which was crazy. I didn't even know it was gonna be like, I didn't know it was gonna be wild like this. The whole dorm wake up, right? So we fighting. I didn't know that everybody woke up. You feel me? And watching this shit. So I guess all my homies that came out and watched it in the day room, all the Crip niggas from the bottom tier was watching. Everybody, all the Mexicans, everybody was watching this shit. So we get down, boom, 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 boom. We just keep fighting, bro. You feel me? He caught me with a cool one, bam, split my whole face open. You feel me? I started leaking everywhere and shit. I caught this nigga with a cool one, boom. He started leaking everywhere from his nose, and my homie stopped it. The homie was like, "Nah, that's it, bro. That's it, because it's too much attention now. The police finna come out. You feel what I'm saying? And ain't nobody finna even try to have the alarm hit and then that. Y'all gonna stop or whatever. You wanna run it back tomorrow, whatever the case. Y'all can run it back tomorrow, whatever. You feel me? At this point, bro, I'm making my way. All I thought was a huge knot on the side of my face, bro. You feel me? I'm making my way to the side of the tier. I look over the tier. I see my homies looking at me smiling. I got the most fucking respect that day, bro. After that, I got the most fucking respect that day after that, bro. Niggas would use me to clown other niggas. Oh, that's why Marshall did that, and your ass wouldn't do that. Oh, shut up, ooh, you know what I mean? Type of shit. So that's what I meant by that. You get the most respect for laying a demo down to where niggas won't fuck with you after that, and they won't fuck with you, period, after that. I mean, but it's just fucked up that it has to be over the most pettiest shit. So I see my homie smiling at me and everything, you feel me? I go make my way to the bathroom. Me and dude, we in the bathroom together, washing our face off, bro. Blood and shit everywhere. Everything's blood all over the day room, bro, all over the top tier, you feel me? And I go back to my shit or whatever. Like, yeah, we're gonna run it back tomorrow. I go back to my bunk, bro. And then that pretty much was it. I laid down, bam, you feel me? Woke up the next morning. Dude tried to run it back with me or whatever the case over this same situation, this same problem or whatever, after we already got it up on some other shit. And I was like, all right, cool, yeah, you know what? Just what we finna do. Let my eye was lumped up crazy, Laz. Lumped up crazy, bro. He had me looking like the elephant man. I'm telling you, you feel me? So my shit was lumped up crazy. So I told him, like, bro, I'm not even gonna fight you like this right now. My homies even in there, they're like, nah, bro, let the homie heal back up before we even run it back like that, bro. You feel me? Because his shit is all fucked up. Your shit is still fucked up. Like, nah, bro, you know what I mean? Let's you know what I mean? And let that shit ride for right now, whatever the case may be. And that's really what happened. So at that point, like I said, I got the respect I needed. You feel me? Yeah, we fought a couple times after that. You feel me? And that next time I fought, tricked this nigga. It was over, bro. And then after that was when I actually ended up transpacking and leaving, bro, upstate, going to a new prison and shit. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what I got to say on my first fight when it comes to me fighting nigga over a peanut butter jelly sandwich or a bag lunch, bro. I'm telling you, it's crazy, bro.
But you said the dude was OD grilling you and shit while you was winning.
Yeah, we was playing cards and everything. He was super looking at me crazy, right? Like looking all upside my head, bro, and shit like that. Because one thing you gotta know about prison too, Laz, is that when you walk up into certain prisons and shit, it's just some niggas just not gonna like you, bro. Some niggas not gonna like your swag, your character, where you from. You feel me? I'm from San Diego, and this nigga originally from San Diego and from a San Diego hood, and this nigga from LA. So it's not that our hood the beef, it's just that we don't share the same type of characteristics and ideology. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times we get into it with each other, bro, as San Diego niggas and as LA niggas, we do, bro. We get into it either behind hood shit, you know, them not thinking that our hoods is legitimate, or us not thinking that they shit like that. That's what we get into it behind, you feel me? So he was looking at me super crazy, bro, you feel me? We in the middle of the card game. He looking at me crazy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use you, bro. I'm gonna use you. That's what we finna do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna use you because everybody else up in here I'm pretty much cool with, but you, bro, I got an issue with you. So I used that opportunity to capitalize, you feel me? To be able to lay that demo down, bro, to get my respect, you feel me? And just use this nigga basically as a pawn, you feel me, in my game, to be able to make sure I was cool on the yard everywhere I moved and how I moved, and no matter what yard I hit, because that nigga, as well as other people who was there, other niggas that was there to actually witness that, they gonna tell that story. You feel me? They gonna tell that story. You know, because that's how it go in prison. You feel me? A lot of the times, if they hit the yard with him, they gonna clown him. Hey, you remember when old boy got on you, bro, over that peanut butter jelly sandwich, whooped your ass, bro, over that car game? Yeah, you gonna get on him, or if vice versa. You get what I'm saying? So you know, it's just this how it goes. They're gonna hit a yard with me, and they're gonna let niggas know like, hey, don't fuck with bruh, because you know he'll get on you over the smallest shit. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up that it has to be like that in the pen. You feel me, Laz? It's fucked up that we gotta even go down and take them ways to stay alive and survive, bro, and make it about that time. But a lot of the time, that's what happens. We get caught up in that same type of them politics, brother. You feel me? When it comes down to it. So yeah, he was looking at me crazy and bugging out and shit. So I just took the opportunity to use that nigga as a demo, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. You know, I did 6 years in the pen too, bro. You know what I mean? I've been in and out the pen. Unfortunately, I've been in and out of jail a lot of times, man. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how that shit be, my nigga. You feel me? That's how that shit be. Sometimes you gotta come through the door and set an example from the gate. You feel what I'm saying? Depending on the jail. Sometimes you could come into jail and you feel what I'm saying? You might not necessarily gotta set an example, but the way you carry yourself, you know, niggas already know you looking to set an example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real. So they're not really gonna try you, or you might have that nigga that's in there too that's gonna try you because of that.
Yeah, then sadly enough, you know, in prison it's sad because every once in a while you might have to renew that history too.
Yeah, so like it's a trip because my homie told me, like, when I hit the yard and shit, you know, when I hit up there reception and when I hit the actual yard, he told me, he said, Marshall, check this out, no matter what prison you hit, bro, you feel me, just be ready or prepared to set one down or lay one down, you feel me. And the thing about it is, I think he was telling me that because of my age, and he was telling me that because he knew how wild, you know, the generation up under me, and at that time I was a lot younger than what I am now. So he knew how wild shit got with us. You get what I'm saying? And plus he heard, like, you know, how shit, like at that certain prison, how my name would be bouncing from dorm to dorm because I got enemies and beef with everybody because, you know, just rocket niggas or whatever the case may be. So he told me straight up, he like, man, just be ready to set one down. So a lot of penitentiaries that I hit, it wasn't until, you know, my last like 2 years or so, bro. I really, like 2 years, maybe a year and a half or so, I really, like, motherfuckers really didn't try me like that. But the whole time, bro, I'm fighting niggas up in there, bro. You feel me? And dodging time for it and shit and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Over petty shit, bullshit, or, you know, gang shit or misunderstandings a lot of the time, bro.
You said like, LA dudes be like trying to question the validity of San Diego Blood and Crip sets?
I mean, sometimes it depends on who the LA dude is and what he know about what's really popping out in San Diego. Because, you know, our set is real out there, bro. You feel me? And my set is being one of the biggest hoods out there. You know, we beef with everybody, you feel me? But we got all different types of hoods that come from we got a couple different hoods that come from LA, you feel me? But for the most part in the pen, bro, like LA Crip niggas and San Diego niggas and Bloods and Crip niggas, it's hard for us to get along because, yeah, they question the validity for the most part of how real San Diego gangs be, bro. You know what I'm saying? And us from San Diego, we not really taking that shit. We like, and me, I don't gangbang no more. Like, I'm done with all that. You know what I mean? I don't advocate nothing for that. But with me, you know what I mean? I really wasn't taking that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like it would cause a lot of fights and a lot of bullshit. But then it just depends because then you got some LA hoods that they love us. You feel me? And we link with them. Like the Pyrus in LA, we fuck with the Pyrus in LA. You know what I'm saying? But some blood hoods in LA we don't fuck with. Some other Pyro hoods we don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on really who it is. So certain hoods do question the validity of San Diego hoods. Then certain hoods don't because they know the validity of San Diego hoods. You get what I'm saying? So depending on what kind of knucklehead you're running into and how far this nigga wanna push it or whatever the case, you might have to wobble that nigga down and squabble with him real quick. You feel me? And show him what it really is. You know what I mean? Because he might get out of pocket and disrespect or say something like some foul shit, some way out of line shit. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. Because us at San Diego, like blood niggas and shit in the penitentiary, like you got penitentiary blood gangs out here in Cali, bro, that are a bunch of blood niggas under one hood, but on paperwork. You get what I'm saying? Through the police, like through the prison, like they're on paperwork. You feel me? As a whatever blood member. Like you heard of like Black Gorilla Family and shit like that, like all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So like that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? You got like UBNs and shit, and you know what I mean? Like that type of shit, you know what I mean? So my hood and shit, from where I'm from, even though like you know, my hood is Pirus and shit like that. We don't get down like that. We stay our hood, period. You feel me? We don't get down like that. So we have more issues and more problems because we don't join the actual blood prison gang. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's against our politics from my hood to do that. You feel me? So we don't even rock like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's, but other blood hoods do that. Like other niggas from LA, them niggas do that. A lot of LA blood hoods do that. LA Crip niggas do that. You feel me? But us, we don't do that. So that's part of the reason too that we have problems.
How far is LA from San Diego again?
Man, like 2.5 hours, bro.
About the Mexican gangs in state prison in Cali is the same way. Like you got Mexican gangs that's from San Diego. Do they be fucking with the Mexican gangs that's from LA? They stick together?
Well, see, yeah, they do, bro. They do stick together because with the Mexican gangs from like this is different with Mexicans than blacks, and this is fucked up, but it's just the real. No matter what South Side or hood you from, as far as like being a Mexican or whatever the case may be, even if your hoods have problems with each other, don't like each other, whatever, when you get to that penitentiary, bro, it's all about race. So if you running Mexican, you running Mexican. If you running black, you running black. If you running other, which is like Southeast Pacific Islander, you know what I mean, Asian, that type of shit, you running other or whatever, and that's the people you fuck with. So all of the Serenos, no matter what, fuck with each other. You get what I'm saying? Like them niggas all fuck with each other no matter what, because it comes under the whole Mexican thing. You feel what I'm saying? The only time it starts to divide when it comes to the gang shit is when you have like, you know, Serenos, and then you have like Bulldogs, right? Which are like Bulldogs on Northerners or whatever, but they're kind of like I guess you can say they're kind of like a Northerner, I guess, my nigga. So they don't get along with Southerners. You feel me? So then you have them, and then you have Northerners. So all three of these people don't get along. All three of these gangs don't get along. But when they hit the pen and shit, it's the Mexican shit. And if they have their own issues with each other, like Southerners versus the Bulldogs, that's just strictly them. Like they fighting. You feel what I'm saying? Like they on their own gang shit or their own hood shit in the pen over whatever violation that had happened. You get what I'm saying? Because the politics and the segregation and shit keeps a lot of the violations from happening. But if a violation happened or whatever the case may be, then you're gonna see them get it on. It's gonna be a riot with them. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that type of shit. And in the pen, your own people handle your own people. So it's like this. Like if I had to handle my homie, like say my homie violated somebody else on the yard, right? And a Crip nigga or whatever on the yard, right? But he violated him in a fucked up way or whatever. In order for nothing to pop off and no riots and shit to happen, and these niggas couldn't squash themselves, they couldn't run or whatever, no fades or nothing like that. We have to discipline this nigga, you know what I mean, our own homie, you know what I mean, for violating him because he could have got us in a riot. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's kind of intricate how the politics do work with all of this. You feel me? Like it's really intricate, really, really intricate. Because
what if it's a dude that be like, man, niggas ain't doing shit to me?
What do you mean?
Like one of the homies, like let's say you gotta discipline somebody in your own camp, but nigga be like, man, niggas put hands on me, man, I'm bad, I'm killing something. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, nah, yeah, but it's over at that point because what happens is, all right, what's gonna happen is the homie's gonna send at you like, okay, you see some shit like that, then you might actually get killed now. Because now you tripping and you fucking with, you breaking politics, you're not gonna take your discipline. So what's gonna happen now is the homie gonna probably send like 4 or 5 people at you with knives and just poke you up, bro. And then after they poke you up, you're not gonna take these 4 or 5 niggas, they're gonna poke you up, and then they're gonna roll you up off the yard anyway. They're gonna get you off that yard because your safety is at threat now. And the homie's gonna go to the hole for a battery on an inmate. You feel me? So that's what's gonna happen. You can do all that rah-rah shit that you want to, but at the end of the day, you feel me? You're not gonna take 4, 5, 6 niggas with knives, bro. It's not gonna happen. You feel me? It's not gonna happen, bro. They gonna get you, bro. And after they done getting you and booking you and the police come or whatever the case may be, after all that shit go down, you're not coming back to that yard. You're not coming back to that yard. You feel me? They're not gonna drop you on the same yard. They're gonna say, nope. They say you stabbed up in the infirmary, bro. You over here. You know what I mean? So it's yeah, bro, the niggas can do that if they want to, but at the end of the day, you know, the politics come into play, and once the shot's called, it's over with. Your real best bet, honestly, is to handle whatever situation you're gonna handle. You feel me? Or do whatever you gotta do. Like, I remember the homie, we almost had to do that. We had to do that shit to the homie because he got caught up behind a drug debt over gambling, over poker, bro. Real shit. So we big chilling or whatever. You know, he running up a tab over here with these niggas selling dope or whatever the case may be, and he fuck around and act like he don't want to pay him. You feel me? So we like, nah, bro, you ain't finna get us into no altercation, no riot. So at the end of the day, it's either, nigga, you pay them, or we finna pay him, and we still finna stab you up and get you off the yard regardless. So either you pay him and you do what you gotta do, or we stabbing you, bro. We gonna pay him, getting you off the yard, and then that's that. You know what I'm saying? So I've been in situations to where, as the little homie, to a lot of my older homies hitting yards, because a lot of my older homies got a lot of time. So as a little homie, I had to press older homies that I looked up to from the hood and shit like that over politics, because when I hit the pen and shit and I actually see who they really was, like what they real character was about, you know, they dope fiends or whatever the case may be. You feel me? You up in here getting loaded and shit. You know what I'm saying? So now niggas gotta press you. So in those type of situations, a lot of times niggas don't even want the smoke when it comes to that, bro. I'm telling you, bro, they leave it alone right there. They leave it alone. You feel me? And they go either gonna pay up, or you know what people are good for too? Just rolling it up off the yard, period, bro. Like at nighttime, middle of the night, just getting up out of there. You feel me? Going to the front and being like, oh, you know what? Shit, I gotta get up out of here. My life is in danger, whatever. And then locking it up right there, bro, and just leaving like that. You know, there's a lot of cats that's good for that, for just rolling it up off yards with debts and shit, and they owe people and shit. They owe people money. You know what I'm saying? So that shit happens a lot of the time, but they get caught up eventually too. And then when they get caught, bro, or whatever, when that shit mounts from pin to pin and that shit ping, you know what I mean? It's over, bro. They get hit, boom. You know what I mean? Niggas get knocked down. You know, at the end of the day, you feel me? It's a different type of life when it comes to owing money and shit, and the politics that come from your own partners and your own set of homies. When it comes to pressing you over some shit, I mean, where you to violate that, whether it's over a drug debt or a gambling debt or whatever the case. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it's real shaky out here, and a lot of the times you can get into some shit over the smallest things. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I learned, you know, when going through, with being incarcerated and going through the prison system, bro, and dealing with, you know, it's crazy because when I hit the pen, bro, like I wasn't begging, bro. Like when I got locked up at 21, I had stopped gangbanging. I was done, bro. I had stopped gangbanging like around 18 years old. I was done. But when I hit the penitentiary, I had to go get right back into that shit. And for me to get right back into it like that kind of sent me for a whirlwind, because now I'm thrown right back into, you know, how I got to carry myself now. Now I got to check niggas now. Now I got to carry pieces and things now. Now I got to deal with my homies now when I got away from dealing with my homies. You feel me? Now I gotta be put back into a persona and bring myself back to a state of mind that I got away from for so long, bro, and then live like that for that many years, like you did, Laz. I mean, I'm not saying the gang shit, but as far as going through, you know, what you went through for that 6 years or whatever it is, it's a long ass time to be going through incarceration and shit. You know what I mean? Especially dealing with all the shit that come with that. You know what I mean? All the dangerous shit that come with that.
Hey yo, subscribe to the bro YouTube channel, Coffee and Kush, you heard? The bro telling some of his real life stories. Now I mean, subscribe, go comment, gang that up, and tell him Z-Man Suicide Polo with the Ski Man sent you. You heard?